Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zakir Jacob. It's a full-blown war of words between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi. The Prime Minister today in his constituency of Varanasi gave it back to Mr. Gandhi on his comments about alcoholism being rampant among Kashi's youth. Now, the Prime Minister derided Rahul Gandhi, calling him an entitled dynast who can't seem to digest the fact that the young of Kashi are aspiring for a better life, they're more ambitious, and they are also being successful in whatever field they choose to pursue. That Rahul Gandhi can't seem to digest the success of the young people of Kashi, or even for that matter, the rest of Uttar Pradesh. Rahul Gandhi later hit back at the Prime Minister, saying he should first set right the exam paper leaks that are happening in UP and other states. He should also deliver more good quality jobs for the youth instead of attacking him. The ultimate point is this: there are going to be close to 2 crore new voters in the upcoming election in 2024, and it's a big catchment area, both for the BJP as well as for the opposition. So who is going to win the youth vote? And all these comments, whether it was what Mr. Gandhi said and in response what the Prime Minister has said today, is all of this in the lead up to the battle for the youth vote.
मैं वाराणसी गया, वाराणसी में देखा मैंने रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए, सड़क पे लेटते हुए बाजा बज रहा है। यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है नशे में।
वो कह रहे हैं और काशी की धरती पर आके कह रहे हैं, काशी के नौजवान, यूपी के नौजवान नशेड़ी है। ये कैसी भाषा है भाई? मोदी को गाली देते देते तो इन्होंने 2 दशक बिता लिए, लेकिन अब ईश्वर रूपी जनता जनार्दन पर, यूपी के नौजवानों पर ही ये लोग अपनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकाल रहे हैं।
All right, explosive pictures coming in from both sides to the youth voter. But let's break down the numbers for you since the 2014 election. Who has the edge as far as the youth vote is concerned? In the 2014 election, if you were to go back to the 18 to 22 age group, the BJP got 37% of the youth vote. The Congress only managed to get 17%. In the 23 to 27 age group, that age category, the BJP got 32% of the vote and the Congress got 20%. In the 28 to 35, the BJP got 33% and the Congress got just 19%. The others, of course, were not in the claimant position as they were. But if you look at the 2019 election, the BJP managed to better its record with first-time voters, with young voters. In the 18 to 22 category, they got 41% of the vote. That was an increase of 4% compared to 2014. The Congress also increased, not as much as the BJP, and of course, the Congress got less than half of the youth vote compared to how much the BJP got. In the 23 to 27 category, 40% voted for the BJP, up 8%. The Congress got just 18%. It was down 2% compared to 2014. In the 28 to 35 category, BJP got 39% of the vote. That is up 6% from 2014. But Congress remained static at 19%. So clearly, there was an increase, a surge from the 2014 to the 2019 election as far as the youth vote is concerned from Congress to BJP. So the BJP ended up sharing a bulk of the youth vote. But there is a problem as far as unemployment is concerned, whether in India or in Uttar Pradesh. And this has been almost like a leitmotif in Rahul Gandhi's and the India Alliance's campaign. If you were to go back to the unemployment rate all the way back to 2012-13, before the Modi years, it was at 4.9%. Just before Mr. Modi came into office, the unemployment rate was 4% in the state of Uttar Pradesh. That skyrocketed to 5.8%. It stayed above 5% in the 2016-17 and then again went up to 6.2%. This was 2017-18, just the year there was a change of guard in Uttar Pradesh from the SP regime under Akhilesh Yadav to the Yogi regime. So this was 6.2% in 2017-18 when Yogi first became chief minister. Subsequently, it has progressively come down to 5.7% the following year, then 4.4, 4.2, and finally the year that we have the last data for, which is 21-22, it was under 3%. This is government figures given by the state of Uttar Pradesh. But how does this speak to what has been a consistent attack from the opposition about unemployment figures, whether in UP or in any other part of this country? In fact, they've tried to make this as the Achilles heel of the Modi government. But does the data hold up? Because ultimately, all these barbs, what Mr. Rahul Gandhi said a few days ago and then the Prime Minister's retort to it today, is all focused on the youth vote and who gets a larger chunk of the youth vote. Let me go across to Shazia Ilmi, national spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Dolly Sharma is spokesperson of the Congress Party. Pradeep Bhati is spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Gargi Nandi Roy is a political analyst. Let me first start with Shazia Ilmi. Shazia Ilmi, Rahul Gandhi in Banaras says he saw young people wasting their lives away. Nashedi hai, they were nashe mein naach rahe the. You know, the future of Kashi was dancing in an inebriated state, and today the Prime Minister has made that into an attack on all youth of not just Kashi but all youth of Uttar Pradesh. Is the BJP trying to retort back to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, trying to turn the tables on him without addressing the merits of what he is saying, that is that the youth are having a problem as far as lack of jobs are concerned, good employment opportunities, paper leak, all of that? Is that not being addressed? Is it being politically retorted to?
Zaka, I am personally appalled by the language and words, the tone and tenor of Rahul Gandhi ji. Is this the way to talk to about your voters? This is simply talking down to them and telling them they have no common sense, that they are like short of being buffoons, that they have no sense. As long as the Congress has enjoyed, absolute victory upon victory for the first so many years, decades of since independence, the same voters were bright and intelligent and they made sound choices. And now that Rahul Gandhi is not considered an option for the young leaders or young voters, you rebuke them, you chide them, you humiliate them, you mock them, you make them feel like they're worth nothing. You tell them you are wasting away your lives away, you're nasheris, phone mein ghuse rehte ho, you're talking about Amitabh Bachchan, you're talking about Aishwarya Rai in a disgusting manner, which is so unsavory and unpalatable. I think this is not the way to talk to anybody. He is talking down to people, and that just shows plain, blatant exasperation, one, and utter disregard for the common person. He made this person, he just picked up somebody from the crowd, and the person was literally, quivering and shaking with fright, just to make a point. And I think that's not done. Yes, there are serious issues. Please address them. But is this the language that you want to use?
Okay.
And let me tell you, when it comes to unemployment also, Prime Minister is there, all of us are there giving figures day after day, telling us what has been our track record and what has been the average in terms of inflation, price rise. But and we also bring to you your UPA record and the track record. But people in deep down believe if there is one person who will deliver, even if there is a serious issue, it would be PM Modi, because there is a commitment to the people which they've seen in the last 10 years.
So
not
let me
everything has been perfect.
Let me ask Dolly Sharma. Dolly Sharma of the Congress Party, ma'am. The point is that election after election, from 14 to 19, it is the BJP and Mr. Modi who have cornered a bulk of the youth vote. And Rahul Gandhi, instead of appealing to the youth vote, is talking down to them, describing them as nashedis, losing their future in nasha and so on. Kashi ka bhavishya naach raha hai nashe mein. This is not how you talk to voters whose vote you are hoping to get in 2 months' time.
Yeah, good evening to all. Let me make this thing very, very clear. He said, you also played the statement which Rahul Gandhi ji said. He said, I saw from my own eyes कि नशे में लड़के झूम रहे थे. उन्होंने कहा मैंने देखा अपनी आंखों से वाराणसी की सड़कों पर. He started with this line. तो उन्होंने आंखों से अपनी से देखा कि वहां ये हो रहा था. He did not say this for everybody, but yes, उन्होंने ये कहा कि मैंने अपनी आंखों से देखा कि युवा वहां ये कर रहा था. And also, I would like to ask कि today in Uttar Pradesh, the youth is protesting. Bharti Ghotala, as you say, and we clearly, the pictures and every news portal is covering it. So they are on the roads asking for their rights. They are protesting. What are they getting in return? Lathi charge. Nobody is listening to them. It is not today that they are protesting. Today we are seeing unemployment rate 45 years low. Is it not true? Should we not ask question? And I will tell you a very practical example. I come from Ghaziabad and I will give you an example. सड़कों पर नशा बिक रहा है और उसके बाद पुलिस कोई कार्रवाई नहीं करती है. लोग आते हैं, नशा खरीद रहे हैं. ये सड़कों पर उत्तर प्रदेश के हो रहा है. This is very, very practical that I'm telling you. Why the police is not taking action? Why they are not taking action?
But ma'am, एक second. I'll get, on the exam paper leak, it's an absolutely valid point. I'll ask the BJP spokesperson to respond to that. But can I ask you something? If no one is saying that Mr. Rahul Gandhi did not see what he saw. अपने आंखों से उन्होंने जो देखा सो देखा. Nobody is saying anything against that. But to say कि यूपी की भविष्य तो नशे में नाच रही है, you're insulting all young people of Uttar Pradesh, certainly all young people of Kashi. That is not
he said
how, that is not how a politician, aspiring to get their votes should be speaking to them.
I have a question and I'll answer this as well. First thing he said, I saw it from my own eyes on the roads of Banaras, on the roads of Varanasi. And I have now a counter question here. IIT BHU, the girl, a girl was raped. Who raped that girl? The BJP post holders, the IT cell post holders of the BJP. What is it? What is it? Who protected them for 60 long days? Today, Prime Minister went and met the BHU students. Where was the Prime Minister, the representative of Varanasi, when the girl, a girl whose future was raped by the BJP post holders? They were protected for 60 long days. They were sent to Madhya Pradesh to, where were they? I have a straight question.
Shazia Ilmi, answer both of those questions. On the exam paper leak, I mean, we saw these, Shazia, one second. We saw these pictures.
Yes.
12 lakh young people have applied for 40,000 jobs. 12 lakh people in UP police constable exams. And the exam paper has been leaking time after again. So please respond to that. Isn't that a problem?
No. It is a big problem and it is a huge problem and nobody can deny it. But you just see the prompt action that has been taken, the way the nodal officers have been called, the way the internal inquiry committee is working on it and asking them to furnish details. You see how Yogi ji has taken charge. Compare this to 26 paper leaks that happened in Rajasthan during Ashok Gehlot's time. At least 6 in 1 year, and just see there were people from the government who were involved in those. Look at the big difference. Yes, there would be culprits everywhere. Yes, there will be criminals. Yet there will be people who will indulge in this paper leaks. But how is the law and order situation? What is being done about it? Is the government of the particular state, is it part of the problem or is actually cracking the whip? You just see the inquiry that has taken place. You just see how many arrests have taken. Both the paper leaks. Nobody can run away from responsibility, and that is why you prove that this administration is good, is better, because there is responsiveness. And it is tough, and that is what. And the second question, I saw very, in a very mercurial manner, the spokesperson of Congress ran away from the question of the language used by Rahul Gandhi, not for the first time, and made it about unemployment. I can give you all the figures of unemployment. I can tell you whether there's urban unemployment, rural employment. I can go there. But now when you're mentioning the particular case of Varanasi, do you know who ordered the inquiry? Do you know, it was the BJP. It was the BJP state that ordered the inquiry. It was the BJP state that ensured. So no matter who it is, it's you, me, somebody from my family, it doesn't matter.
No, but ma'am, you are in the state government.
Punished, which is why
the state government should be ordering the inquiry. You can't expect the opposition to order the inquiry.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. No, but there was no. What is happening in West Bengal? Women are being raped. What is the government doing over there? Here there were own people, but we made sure there's an inquiry. We asked for it. This is the difference. I'm pointing out to you the paper leak matter.
Okay, one second. Let me move away, please. Let me go to Pradeep Bhati. Let's have Pradeep Bhati. Let's have Pradeep Bhati on the screen. Pradeep Bhati, the other point, and Akhilesh Yadav also keeps saying this, that Naujawan ke liye naukri nahi hai. The data, and I put this out, I can ask our producers to pull out the data clearly shows that 6.2% unemployment, which was the highest, was during the last year of Akhilesh Yadav's government, 2017 going into 18, that financial year. From 6.2% in the last 6-7 years of Yogi government, it has actually been coming down. It has come down to now less than 3% despite COVID. And these are official figures, and we don't have any independent figures, but these are official figures given by the state government. So when you say unemployment hai, UP ke Naujawan ke paas koi naukri nahi hai, the figures don't bear out that fact.
Thank you, Jacob. Let me first put out this thing. This data is government data, and Honorable Akhilesh Yadav in the Assembly, UP Assembly recently has said that government should put the data, bring the data of employment rate. When you are comparing that with other countries like G20 countries, you have employment rate. Employment rate actually justify how many employment you have given. So this data is totally fake. Today government, what government is doing, they are playing with the data, they are manipulating the data, they are not doing nothing. And you are talking about the only 12 lakhs UP constable applications have received, 50 lakh applications have received for this job. And Shazia was talking about Rajasthan, 2 dozen paper leak has happened in Uttar Pradesh, and we allege that government is involved in it, paper leak, as well as they do not want to give employment to the people of Uttar Pradesh. See, in case you go through that, you bring that paper leak keep on happening, and once the actual exam happened, then what will happen? Then there is a recruitment Gotala. You have recently seized the Secretariat Gotala, where all mantris, santris, everybody got the employment. So that what is happening in Uttar Pradesh.
No, so, but Mr. Bhati, no, one second. Mr. Bhati, please say, Mr. Bhati, one second. If all of these problems, and nobody is saying there are no problems, these are all very grave problems, 12 or 15 lakh people aspiring for 40,000 jobs, all of that is given, exam paper leaks, all of that is given. But why, one second, why, I'm just quoting, one second, sir. I'm quoting from media reports which showed pictures of people waiting at the Lucknow railway station. Anyway, I want to ask you one question. Why then are people in the age group of 18 to 22 in the last election, 41% voted for the BJP. In the age group of 23 to 27, 40% voted for the BJP. In the age group of 28 to 35, 39% voted for the BJP. Highest youth vote share has gone to BJP. Why?
See, when you have these kind of sham data, probably every individual will think that I am not getting the job, rest all are getting the job. And don't say that the people are voting, that means there is no problem in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh people have or youth have realized that what is happening with them. There is, see how many paper leaks, 2 dozen paper leaks. Have you seen? There is a record. This is a record set by the Uttar Pradesh government, and government is alleging. What about the agitations happening in Allahabad about the UPPCS? The 69,000 teachers are agitating in Lucknow. Wherever you get the job, then people will start agitating because they are not actually employed.
Okay.
So this kind of
let
thing,
me
what you
let
see
me ask.
in
I just want to come in.
One second. Professor Gargi has also been waiting. One second, Shazia, please. Mr. Bhati, please yield. Gargi Nandi Roy has been waiting very patiently. Ma'am, the issue is this. The issue is, yes, no one is condoning the language that Mr. Rahul Gandhi used. Clearly, he should not have been using that kind of language to describe, even if he saw a few youth, in a inebriated state in Kashi, whatever it is, he can't use that to paint everybody with a broad brush. But language aside, is the BJP, pouncing on the language used by Mr. Gandhi to conveniently ignore what are grave and serious issues that the youth of the country, including the youth of Uttar Pradesh, are facing, whether it is unemployment, exam paper leaks, and of course crimes against young women, which one of the previous speakers alluded to?
Thank you, Zaka, for inviting. See, the language was atrocious. Now coming to the problem, even Shazia Ilmi said that nobody is denying that yes, it's a huge state. So there are problems, but how the problems are handled? Can you, we remember what kind of Mafia Raj and Gunda Raj existed in UP before Yogi ji came, and how he handled it, how the mafias were silenced, and now they are checking, now they are doing the arrests and the paper leaks. So obviously if other mafias have been handled, this paper leak mafias, we are sure that Mr. Yogi will handle Adityanath Yogi. And coming to crime against women, women are safe. Yes, one incident in BHU and that guy was arrested, but crime against women in UP has come down. Women can freely go out in the night, which they used to be scared before. Ask a woman in the state of UP. I know people who stay in Noida and all, they said that previously they used to be scared to be out of their sector after 8 p.m. Now they are free. So the general thing, one incident, yes, it was very bad, but the person has been arrested. And coming to Rahul Gandhi, when he is saying, talking about paper leaks, obviously he was conspicuous by his silence when the paper leaks happened in Rajasthan. When he is talking about Nasha, he was really, I think he was blindfolded when Congress was ruling the state of Punjab. We know the kind of drug abuse happened in Punjab. That time he was conspicuous by his silence. When it comes to recruitment scam, when it happened in Bengal, we know how the jobs were sold. That time they are silent. So he's so selective. And actually, Zaka, what I feel, why Rahul Gandhi is doing this, and not for the first time, he insulted people of UP before also in his current constituency of Wayanad. Why he is doing, he has really lost his senses, because you should have sympathy for him, because he's feeling nervous, he's frustrated. As when he started his Nyay Yatra, if you see what happened, all the partners are going away. We know Nitish Kumar left the India Alliance. Mamata Banerjee refused to greet him in the state of West Bengal. She is fighting independently. AAP is fighting independently in Punjab. More than 100 of people in Assam joined BJP. Congressmen joined BJP.
Okay.
So that's the palpable nervousness.
Okay.
And Raebareli.
So Dolly Sharma, so, is there palpable nervousness?
UP is an,
because,
one last sentence.
Yeah.
10 seconds, Jaka.
Yeah.
I want to put 10 seconds, 10 seconds,
Ma'am, let me also bring in the others, please.
The future of UP is not bleak. The future of the Congress party seems to be bleak today.
Dolly Sharma, I asked this yesterday also on the panel. You look at some of the comments that Mr. Gandhi has made in this second yatra that he's undertaken for the last over a month now. It seems like he's very angry, he's agitated. Sometimes he's angry with reporters, sometimes he's angry with the youth. Why? And it's a complete contrast. The reason why I asked this is because it's a complete contrast to the first Bharat Jodo Yatra, which had, again, he used the famous line of Mohabbat ki dukaan and all that. Now today he's saying Kashi ke naujawan nashe mein chad rahe hain and all that. Where is the Mohabbat ki dukaan there? That's not language of love.
Zaka, I told you earlier also that Zaka, I told you the very first line that Rahul Gandhi said. He said, I saw the youth on the roads of Varanasi. Number two that I would like to say is that he has expressed his concern about the youth of this country. He's expressed that we've been watching the youth drinking and dancing on the streets of Varanasi. He said this very clearly. And secondly, Madam was telling about UP, Uttar Pradesh. Madam, if you don't know the data, I'll tell you, UP is on number 1, and when it comes to crime against women, the conviction, you know what, out of 26,068 cases, 16,058 cases were from Uttar Pradesh. This was the recent data released. And she should, before speaking anything, she should look at the data in hand. This is the real thing that is happening in UP. We've seen Brijbhushan Singh doing this with the
No, but Dolly Sharma,
wrestlers,
Dolly
women
Sharma, can I
wrestlers
ask
in this
one small
country.
thing, ma'am?
We have seen
You said, Dolly
India
ji, you said you're a resident of Ghaziabad. You've lived there, I'm presuming you lived there for a large part of your life. Isn't there a clear difference you can see, at least in the urban parts of Uttar Pradesh, in Noida, in Ghaziabad, in this belt certainly, that, more and more people are out, late at night, whether it is young people, young women particularly,
Right.
who are returning home after work much later. 10 years ago, that did not used to be the case. I mean, I've lived in Noida for the last almost 10 years now. I can tell you that there has been a palpable change. Today, I leave office after the show at 10 o'clock. I see a lot more people out on the streets than I used to when I first started working here.
So, Zaka, that means UP is not on number one when it comes
No,
to
I
crime
did not
against
say that.
women.
I did not say that.
And secondly, if you talk about Ghaziabad, I'll tell you a recent example. Yesterday, only a woman was thrown out of her house. Boys from the BJP, they were cheerifying that girl. And nobody,
Can I
no
come in,
police
please?
people were
Yeah,
listening
Shazia,
to
yeah.
her. I have video. If you want, I can show you that.
Okay.
I really want to come in. I've been listening
Shazia.
in. So,
Shazia.
so okay.
Okay,
Let-
let Shazia respond, please. Yes. Shazia, and then Mr. Bhatti,
the-
I'll come to you after that. Yeah, Shazia.
The rationale that is being offered by the lady representing the Congress is that there is a serious issue of unemployment. I would not even, I would not even deny it or negate it in any way, because this is a grave issue. But imagine Rahul Gandhi is not just ill-tempered and not respectful of the voters and people, but is also low on fact. Now, if you look at the numbers, you'll realize that, and this is, I'm talking about a year back, you see in terms of unemployment, whether it's a police department or private jobs, it has gone up, but the UP unemployment rate has come down from 6.4 in 2017 to 18 to 2.6. And yes, there has been an increase in unemployment, and I'm quoting that also. So I'm being fair. It has gone up to 3.4 in 22, 23. So, but overall, from the time when Akhilesh was there, it has come down three notches, 3%, and that's huge. So we're not running away from numbers. These are numbers which are there. Also, when you look at police jobs, when you look at government jobs, but also in the private sector, which of course is not there, is not part of the. It has gone up, and UP is a different state altogether. I'm from UP, just by the way. So, you can't keep changing the goalposts and miscommunicating. If I give you numbers,
Shazia, one second.
Realize that
the number of unfilled vacancies.
But just saying कि नशेरी है.
One second. The number of unfilled vacancies, whether it is teacher posts, police posts, Class D, Class C, clerk posts, Sarkari clerk posts, the number of vacancies is huge. Right now, not just in Uttar Pradesh, in large parts of North Indian states. Why is that? The problem with youth unemployment, one part is of course, Sarkari jobs, but why are so many vacancies still not being filled?
No, and they should be. And if you make this point, it should be recognized immediately and addressed. But look at this, 1.5 lakh jobs have been given in the police department. I can give you 219 principals, 394 medical assistants, UPSC given employment letters.
Please, let her finish.
7,182 A&M health services, 1,442 staff nurses, 108 Udyami Mitras. So I can keep talking about 227 in sports category. I have the entire figure, the number is there. Now my point is something else. My point is, these are figures, these are official figures, so nobody can run away from the fact, even if it came down to 2% and then it went up 1% more, which is 3%, it is bad and we have to look at it. But it's clearly much better than what Akhilesh Yadav was doing.
Mr.
Not
Bhatti.
just that.
Yeah,
You're
Mr.
talking
Bhatti.
about jobs. You're talking about jobs.
I've got the last 3 minutes. I need to wrap. I need to wrap up.
You with Tejasvi Yadav,
So Mr. Bhatti.
who was actually in a case where the jobs were given.
Okay, got it, Shazia. We're not talking about Bihar, we're talking about UP today. So Mr. Bhatti,
See, it is very strange that government talking about its own data and appreciating its own data. No matter how rosy picture, Jacob, you wants to show that UP crime rate has gone really down, but the NCRP data says it all. 10 rapes happening every day in Uttar Pradesh, 11 murders happening every day in Uttar Pradesh, and you say everything is good, you are going back home 10 p.m, that's good for you. But the reality of Uttar Pradesh is this, which their government data says 10. I don't know how many much more higher data the rate actually is, but the government itself is saying that this is the real scenario of Uttar Pradesh. And what about the 2 crore jobs which government was supposed to give?
Okay.
Instead of 50 lakhs, people are applying for a constable job. That is what Uttar Pradesh has come down to. Don't compare the data, because in our time the central government was released the data and central government was not ours. At the same time, Uttar Pradesh government at the double engine Sarkar is only manipulating data, providing fake data and sham data. So nothing to appreciate about it, and you should realize of this from this government that what they really got. 80 lakhs.
Thank you very much to all our guests. We'll have to leave it at that. Like I said, all of this is in the context of the upcoming election, because the youth vote is a critical catchment area for both Congress and the India Alliance, for both BJP and the India Alliance. And clearly, if you were to go by data from 2014, 2019, it is the BJP which has got a large proportion of that youth vote. Whether or not that trend continues in 2024, we don't know. Yes, unemployment is a problem, but the question that voters, young people, when they go to vote, what they ask seems to be who is best placed to fix that problem of unemployment. Maybe the reason why 40% plus youth vote has been captured by the BJP is because a large proportion of the youth feel that the BJP is best placed to deal with that problem of unemployment. We don't know how a youth voter thinks when he or she casts their vote. But let's see how the youth vote plays out in the 2024 election. It's going to be one fascinating subset of the larger battle. But